Alright, so me and my pal Matt, we just watched the SpongeBob movie 4, Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie, and it was really good.
Um,
I think this was like the worst. It's terrible. This is
of
terrible.
this really, yeah, I can't even talk right now. It's just
Deep within my channel's library, a couple years ago in high school, I made a video on the SpongeBob movie 1. The SpongeBob movie, it means a lot to me. It's my all-time favorite movie, but steadily and what felt like off of a straight cliff, the sequels nosedived in quality. And looking back, maybe I was too harsh on that third movie because the Sandy Cheeks movie it's not a movie. That title is a disservice to what this product is.
really beating the dead spunky with that one.
How about the pink one?
Yes, good market research on pink.
What was that?
Open the gene machine.
Saving Bikini Bottom is rock bottom quality. There's nothing inside. And I know what you're thinking. It's a kids movie. Will you
Shut the fuck up.
The SpongeBob movie is a kids movie. The Incredibles is a kids movie. Ratatouille is a kids movie. These are some examples of the quote-unquote kids movies I grew up on, but now those movies are old. Little Timmy isn't gonna want to watch them. He wants to watch what's shiny and bright and new, and that is the Sandy Cheeks movie. It's hard to dissect what this thing is because it isn't anything. It's hollow. Sandy doesn't have an arc. The family are their one-note characters with these hilarious one-liners. SpongeBob, he isn't a character himself. He's hollow. I'm not really sure what he accomplishes the entire movie. And the animation, oh my god, it's dreadful. I don't think more time in the oven could fix it because the design themselves, they don't work. Sponge in the Run sucks balls, but at least I thought it looked pretty. Sandy's whole family and the squirrel archetype of character, they all look abhorrent and lazily rendered, and the human bits of animation, and it's just, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't treat it like a movie because it isn't. And, you know, the SpongeBob stuff, it's not even the worst part. The worst part is when they go to that live action world, and this is where, like, I lose it. This is where I lose it. There's nothing of value. The human world has human live action actors who cannot act, or maybe they were just told not to act. Every line, it's monotone, like they're phoning it in, and it's like the security system
Takes control of Squidward's house. SpongeBob and Patrick were in his house the whole fucking time and were responsible for everything. Yeah!
So when then the main villain comes out and she has a fish fetish, and there's this really disgusting like fish kissing scene that goes on way too long, and then they paste it over her head onto a little girl actor, and then she like steals fish or something, and then she's a robot who lost her body to fish.
I'm doing something great and beautiful thanks to you.
Dude, it's Mr. Electric.
And Mr. Electric comes out, and Sandy saves the day by doing incomprehensible nonsense. You have the IP of SpongeBob SquarePants, the most like successful cartoon, 3 prior theatrical releases. Those first 3 seasons are perfection. You can do so much with the IP, and they did. They did with that movie, that first movie. And this is the chum that gets finished. Do you know how much work goes into creating a movie, let alone animation on this scale? Yes, it looks bad, but there's a ton of animation in this. Thousands of hours to get these things produced, millions of dollars, all for the Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie.
And I don't turn my back on kids.
That was actually funny.
Next time a promising looking animated show gets canceled, just remember this got finished and released. Please, do not watch this movie. It is literal brain rot akin to scrolling on TikTok or Despicable Me 4 and Despicable Me 4, which, by the way, that's another modern kids movie that got pushed out. It is not a movie. It is a collection of short films they shot out with shiny lights and bright colors to keep little Coco Melon raised iPad kids attention spans. But I cannot end this on a downer, alright? A competent Sandy Cheek story, it's already been told, and it's with the SpongeBob musical. She takes a major leading role next to SpongeBob and has a fully developed arc. I made an analysis on the musical a couple of months ago because I think it's something that deserves to be seen and deserves to be remembered and also deserves to be looked at next to that first movie. And I would leave off on a call to action, but there's nothing we can do. This chum has already been released and they announced 2 more SpongeBob movies. It's in God's hands now. All we can do is pray. Subscribe.
I think I genuinely I think that was probably the worst movie I've ever seen. Like genuinely.